Hi everyone, my name's Cassie McEwen and I'm an Assistant Business Development Manager here at VisitScotland. Thank you for joining this bite-sized webinar, which is on how to work with travel distribution partners. We're going to have a recap of what travel distribution is, as well as look at the practicalities of working with travel distribution partners. In preparation for working with travel distribution partners, there are some considerations you'll need to take into account. You'll need to know what your bookable product is. What is the experience that you're offering? When are you offering it? And who are you offering it to? And what's the cost? You will need to understand how travel distribution partners work in terms of who they are, but also what they need from you. You'll need to use insights to understand the key markets to Scotland, but also the key markets for your business and understand what visitors coming to Scotland are looking for. Depending on your route to market, having the correct tools, such as a modern booking system, will allow you to sell your experience via multiple channels in a streamlined, efficient way for your business. You can have a look at our previous webinar, Introduction to Travel Distribution, for more information. Travel distribution is all the different ways that you can get your product to the customer via both direct and indirect methods. An intermediary is anyone between you and the end user. You can see here that there are a number of routes to market, from direct to indirect routes, such as intermediaries, like travel advisors, DMCs, wholesalers, group and FIT operators, and online travel agents. You can also see that there may not just be one intermediary between you and the end user, and this will have an implication on timelines and commission rates. This is not a one-size-fits-all approach, and you can choose which route to market works best for you. Some businesses will only work with travel trade, while others favour online travel agents, with others utilising a mix. Direct is visitors finding you through your website and online presence. You want to optimise this as much as you can by making sure that your website is visible, mobile friendly, that you've got a Google My Business listing optimised, you have online reviews, online booking, so your customers can choose how to book with you. You then have indirect intermediaries, which are anyone between you and the end user. OTAs, or online travel agents, are a way to make your business discoverable. A booking engine allows a visitor to book with you once they've found you, but how do they find you? And that's that discoverable part. Visitors will use their own trusted platforms for ease of booking when they're unfamiliar with the destination. Travel trade includes travel advisors, tour operators, destination management companies, which are known as DMCs, wholesalers or airline vacation arms, who will then sell your product to their clients. Some of these sell B2C, which is business to consumer, and some are exclusively B2B, business to business. For more information on each of these types of intermediaries, you can visit the Visit Scotland Business Support Hub. Selling via a distribution partner is not just about selling more. So the benefits of working together include reducing your business risk, reaching new audiences. If you can show that you can deliver quality experiences, you will get repeat business at the time you need it, allowing your business to grow sustainably. Once you've developed your bookable product, the next step would be to submit a travel trade listing on Visit Scotland's travel trade site. This allows intermediaries to see what businesses in Scotland are travel trade ready and gives a flavour of what's available. It also allows our market teams to signpost their contacts to the site to highlight products by sector, region, or what's new. You would then look to work on your trade-facing collateral in the form of a product sheet. A product sheet is a 1 to 2 page document like the template that I have on the screen. This should cover all the pertinent information that the intermediaries want to know about you and your product. It should include a hero image and your brand throughout the design. The product sheet should have a short summary of your business, which should include how long the business has been established for and what is unique about it. This should demonstrate your passion, your experience, and the quality. You should also include where you are in relation to major transport links, such as airports, major cities, and trunk roads. Also consider how far away you are from any major attractions. You should include information on your bookable product to make it easy for the operators to sell. Keep this concise and to the point, and highlight what you want the buyer to take away. You want to think about who you're selling this to, in terms of your minimum and maximum numbers, and also when you can offer the experience, whether this is certain days or times of the year, as well as your pricing. This should indicate a commission rate, net rates, or simply a price if this is a trade exclusive product. And what I mean by that is if it's only available to travel trade and not general consumers. So in short, this should cover who you are, what you do, where you're located, what makes you unique, and what your capacity is. You may also want to consider adding some of your terms and conditions. These don't need to be too detailed on the product sheet, but it's worth considering adding any non-negotiables. Once you have your product sheet, the next thing to consider is your product pitch, which is then the conversation you would have with buyers. For networking, you should have a 60-second elevator pitch. This is a very short introduction to your business when you meet at an event for networking or in the lunch queue to get your business across succinctly. At events, appointments tend to be around 10 to 12 minutes long, and as a result, you should use around 3 to 4 minutes to introduce yourself, your business, and what you can offer. This then allows time for the buyer to introduce themselves and what they're looking for, and still have time to ask questions and determine the next steps. The longer 10-minute pitch should be a presentation deck of around 5 to 10 slides, which highlights the 5 points I made earlier and gets across all the key points you want to highlight about your business. This is a great visual sell, and having this in a PDF format can be a really good tool to use in place of physical collateral. This is also a great excuse to follow up with buyers. Make sure to create a core pitch, which can then be amended or adapted to each travel distribution partner that you meet, depending on the situation, whether that's in the lunch queue or a scheduled appointment for the timings. Your pitch should include who you are, which is a brief history of the business, key points, demonstrating your passion and quality, what you do, so what is your overall product, what's possible, where you're located in relation to major transport hubs, what makes you unique, what's special about your business and product, and why should buyers send their clients to you. What's your capacity in terms of minimum and maximum group sizes, but also a certain time of day or day of the week or a specific time of the year that you're offering the product. Do you have any language provisions? If you do accept larger groups, do you have coach parking? An important point to reiterate is that buyers are an intermediary/distribution partner, which means that they will not be the ones experiencing your product. The end user will be. So please be aware of the language that you use. Make sure to talk about the experience their clients will receive rather than you will come and have a great time when you come to my experience. It's important to thread through your pitch what is important to your business. So what are your values? Do you work with a local community, for example? Where are you on your sustainability journey? Could you add in here about what you've done so far or what you're planning? Do you have any green credentials that you could share? Consumers are increasingly conscious of the impact of their travel, and sustainability is now more prominent than ever. Do you have an access guide, or have you worked on making your business more inclusive? If so, be sure to mention this. Use great imagery and video to showcase your business. Show off your product through imagery and film that will wow the buyer and their subsequent clients. Let this bring to life the product that you're selling. Once you have your collateral and your business pitched, you're ready to start meeting with partners. We host product presentation days, which are a free of charge opportunity for businesses to represent their product to the wider Visit Scotland organisation, as well as selected DMCs. This is a 10-minute presentation, which is done via Microsoft Teams and would be an example of where you would use your long pitch that I mentioned earlier. These are hosted monthly and organised by regions, sectors and themes. Visit Scotland also hosts a number of different types of events throughout the year, many of which are specifically tailored to what we call early pipeline businesses. So those businesses at the beginning of their journey of working with travel trade. Types of events include Scotland's New Experiences Workshop, which takes place in Edinburgh, business development missions for North America and Australia, as well as China and East Asia, which take place in London, as well as in-market events such as Germany and China. The format for these events are workshop style, which focus on short one-to-one appointments between suppliers and travel trade representatives. So essentially speed dating in a business setting. These events allow Scottish suppliers to be face-to-face with buyers who are able to contract with them. More information on events, please visit our Business Support Hub Training and Events tab. Visit Scotland Connect is our flagship travel trade event for Scottish businesses and is another event which allows one-to-one meetings in a workshop style. This event takes place annually and provides Scottish tourism businesses who are travel trade ready with an opportunity to showcase their products and services to over 270 international and UK tour operators. travel advisors, and DMCs. The event facilitates connections across the globe and provides an excellent platform for business growth. Each Scottish supplier has an appointment diary, which allows access to the full list of buyers that will be at the event. This allows businesses to search by market, type of buyer, and by product type that they're interested in meeting with, and the ability to contact them to request a meeting. Buyers will also request meetings based on supplier profiles. This can be very targeted to ensure businesses make the most of the opportunity. The event does come at a charge, however, we have entry-level options available for businesses that are only just starting their journey of working with travel trade. Once you've attended an event, it's really important to follow up with the travel distribution partners that you've met. Make sure to follow up immediately after the event with any information as agreed at your meeting. Make sure to get in touch the month the buyer has advised that they begin their planning to put your business front of mind. If you don't get a reply, keep in touch. However, make sure that the email is engaging and interesting. Think about including any exciting news or any new products that you have. You might also want to consider inviting the buyer to experience your product by visiting your business on a familiarisation trip, which we call a fam trip. Here are some top tips which act as a summary for today's session on working with travel distribution partners. So focus on facts and figures and what you'd like the buyers to remember. Research your buyers and tweak your pitch and presentation accordingly. Use your time wisely, remembering that generally appointments last for around 12 minutes, and in a lunch queue or networking, what would you want to get across? Also keep the conversation focused rather than be distracted by current events. Mention your sustainable and inclusive measures. Ask when they contract, so when they start contracting with businesses for their plans. Summarise any agreed actions and follow up as soon as possible to acknowledge the meeting. Thank you for your time today. I hope this helped to understand how to approach working with travel distribution partners.